Okay, what's up YouTube? Quick video for y'all following. Remember last time I had the hot side done. This time actually, I'm going to say it's pretty much close done, but I know there's a few things I got to work out here pretty soon. The cold side is pretty much done. Of course, here I'm starting off the video in the engine bay. I got the fuel rails and all that out because I'm working on the injector side of it, but this is 3-inch tubing. 50mm blow off. I figure I better use big because, you know, the tubing is so long. You want to dump as much air as possible, as fast as possible when you go to, you know, close throttle from wide open. But I'll show you where I think I'm going to have a problem. Cold side comes up throttle body, makes a 90. Of course, there's no clamps on it, but there will be. It's right here by the manifolds. I got a silicone boot. It should be heat resistant. Of course, I wrapped all this tubing because it's so close to exhaust. If it does by chance get too hot and melt, which I'm going to put a little heat shield around, a little aluminum shield to help try to block it, but if it does get too hot, and these wires ain't going to be there, that's to the injectors. If it does get too hot, it's not a big deal. That's like a 8-degree bend. I could just weld that up. You know, I'll put a little 8-degree piece of aluminum in there, weld it up, be done with it. But it runs down the inner fender well. I had a clearance at just a hair right there. Right there. I was pointing the wrong stuff. And then it runs all the way along the bottom of this extremely long truck to the back. Makes a 90 up. Goes up over the frame. Hope this lighting. Over the frame. Well, that's exhaust. Wrong part of the turbo. Come on now, Darren. Over the frame. Connector. Couple little 45s into the turbo. So that is pretty much the cold side. It is pretty much, I'm going to say, done. We'll work out the kinks when we find them. I don't think I'm going to need an intercooler because as long as this is. And there's my little oil pump that returns the oil back to the oil pan. And I'm going to show you what I did for where it goes into the oil pan. Some people say it won't work. Well, some people say I shouldn't. Some people say it will. Oil level sensor on the side of this oil pan. I simply unscrewed that sucker because I know how to check my own oil. Which there's the wire. I'll get rid of that later. But so I put a fitting for a 1/2-inch hose. So I had to just simply unscrew it. That fitting screws directly in with an O-ring. 1/2-inch hose in. You know, my 1/2-inch line, which is, it's for a oil filter relocation kit, so it's made for it. It's way higher pressure than, you know, a return line needs to be, but it should do the trick, you know. But that's how I did it. I figured, you know, people are like, oh, you can't do it because that's not, you know, above the oil level. But I'm like, you know what? That's being pushed in by a pump. It's not being naturally fed back. It's being shoved in by a pump. So I feel like that pump has enough pressure to override a little bit of back pressure it's going to see with the oil. But, you know, that's the cold side. That's just a quick little video. You know, if you want to know more about, want to see more about, just ask me in the comments. I will fill you in. But here's the other thing I'm doing right now. I am decapping injectors. Because I'm cheap. And I don't feel like buying new injectors. But, so, here's the injector, untouched. First thing you got to do, pop that O-ring off, which I can't do with my fingernails, so I don't know why I'm acting like I can. I just use my little pocket screwdriver. It rolls it off. Then you'll have this black cap right here to deal with, which I think I have one. O-ring's off. Now you get this little black cap. It's like kind of like a hard plastic. What I was doing, the camera's not focused, not working with this. It doesn't want to make a YouTube video. I just take my pocket screwdriver. I lay it in just like that, sideways. And then just simply rock down like that, and it shoves it right off. Not right off, I'm lying to you. You got to work at it a little bit, but you'll have to, you know, pry up a little bit, turn the injector a little bit, pry up, and it'll slowly start walking off. It's not a big deal. And then you're to the point that the cap is off. My garage is messy. I'm trying to get this focused for y'all. Yeah, it's not really focusing. Work with me, camera. Work with me. You're trying to keep me from being a TV star. Yeah, I'm trying to hold still. Maybe it'll focus. But you'll be to the point where you have an injector that looks like this. The cap is still on it, as you can see. And you just simply, I got this little setup right here. It's a Harbor Freight electric, grinder. I didn't like it running full tilt, so this is off of Amazon. It's a variable AC variable speed controller. So I got it dialed way down to where it's not winging up, 20,000 RPM. It's just a nice constant steady speed that I can deal with. And then, with it going, you just lay the injector up here at just a slight angle. Let me try to get to where you can see it. At a slight angle. And you just slowly roll it around. And it'll slowly grind. Don't force it down, dig into it. Just lightly touch it. Let the grinder do the work for you. Just slowly work it around. And it'll take that cap right off. And then you'll end up with an injector looking like this. Focus. See how it's got to look? Just a little bead right in the center. That means the cap's missing. The cap came off. You're done. Next injector, please. So just a quick little video of what I'm doing. Hopefully let me see if I can get this focused so you can see it with the cap. Hopefully my fingernails are dirty, don't look at them. You can kind of see, come on camera. Man, this camera be hating. But see, you get one, you'll see a difference. There's two itty-bitty tiny holes in the end of it. That's what it uses to make the spray pattern, I guess. But that's what I'm doing right now. Cold side is pretty much done. I got to finish clamping it up. Decap these injectors. I'm bringing them to a place here local in Beaumont. They will clean and flow them for me so I know exactly what they flow. I've read they should flow anywhere between like 50 to 55, which is a great plane for the horsepower plane I'm making. So he'll tell me exactly what they flow. That way when we go with HP tuners, we'll know how to calibrate the HP tuners to that new size injector and get the tune on this beast. So y'all stick around, stay put for the next video. Hopefully the next video maybe be of it running. I don't know. I'll just let y'all know when the next video comes out. Just stick with me. Give me a thumbs up. Tell your buddies, tell your friends, tell your moms. Tell everybody. But until next time.